advantage of that. Okay, and I just shared while you guys were dissecting your last one, I just shared the a bunch more pictures of this to make it a little bit more clear with some labels on them so that you can really get a sense of the internal anatomy that's labeled. Okay? Okay. Alright, let's run through this. Okay. Alright. Now, if you're having a hard time, I'm just going to cut these right off now, but you can also pin stuff down if you prefer. It's up to you and your comfort level. The book does talk about pinning down the arms and legs if you'd like. You don't need to do that if you're comfortable not doing that. That's fine too if you want to hold it in your hands. It's whatever is more simple and easy for you. Okay? So, these lobes here, these huge things that take up all that space, that's the liver. Okay?
How many lobes has it?
There are 3 here.
Wow.
Okay? Heart is in the center. Right there. 3-chambered heart, yes. 3-chambered heart. Now, if we look to the sides here, you can see the lung. This thing here, pink, that's one lung. Other lung is going to be found on the other side right there.
So it's basically very dorsal, the lungs.
These are dorsal, yes. Now, esophagus, we can do the same trick we did before, and we're actually already in the stomach. This whole thing is the stomach.
It's pretty small esophagus.
Esophagus is going to be more anterior, and if you'd like to find it, you can start moving some of that. Okay, in this particular case, I'm not having you learn blood vessels, so it's fine if you want to move that out of the way. When we get to the pig, we're going to be a lot more careful. It's going to take us many, many more hours to get through this. Okay? But you get an idea. I'm not going to go too into this right now, but you can start to see the esophagus right there. See that?
Yeah.
See that? I'm going to start to really get there. Yeah. But you get the idea.
What are the brown bits kind of that are all over?
I'll get through everything. Okay? If you actually look here now, you can see this is the spinal cord with the vertebrae surrounding it. Okay? All right.
It's like a real spinal cord.
Yes. Okay. All these yellow things here are fat bodies. Okay? Fat bodies on either side.
You could cut
Right
them
here.
out.
You can cut them out. I'm not going to right now. Here's a spleen. Okay, very clear. And now you can see the mesenteries very clearly. Okay, all this, excluding the blue, which is blood vessels, and the pink, which is blood vessels, all that is mesenteries. Okay, you can see the intestines that I'm holding in my hands. You can see more mesenteries. The clear membrane is all mesenteries. Can everybody see that?
Yeah.
Alicia, there you
How
go.
do you tell the difference between intestines and fat bodies?
Intestines are connected to the stomach and are going to continue going down. There, okay.
And more arteries.
Yeah, and the fat bodies are these finger-like projections. They're not like one long tube. They're many just smaller tubes. Okay, different color completely also. Okay, these are yellow. Okay, if we trace the intestines, we get to the we can get right here to the large intestine, rectum. Let's get a picture of the internal anatomy.
It's actually a good picture.
Okay. That's because it's not a photocopy 1,000 times over. Okay. So, so this is the large intestine here, leading into the cloacal opening, which we saw before, the anus, which is really the cloaca. There's one opening in a frog for everything. That's where the urine, reproductive material, and any kind of feces or anything like that is all coming out of there. Okay? Alright, let's find the kidneys now. So I'm going to have to move some of the mesenteries out of the way. The kidneys are going to be completely dorsal.
Just like in humans, really.
Yeah. And you can see them right here. This whole thing.
Blue bit?
This whole thing is, yeah, it's got a lot of blue on it from the latex, but that is the kidney. Can everybody see that? See that?
Black thing on top.
That's all part of it. It's just some of them don't have as much blue on them. You see it? Thought? Showy? Over there. Okay. This bean thing right here is testes. And this particular one, this thing right here is a testes. Okay? Right? Now, I don't think you can see. Okay, you can see very clearly now. This is the kidney. Okay, you can see very clear. And you see all the blood vessels that are attaching to the kidney as well,
That's pretty cool.
because kidney is filtering blood.
So pretty
Okay.
much all blood vessels at some one way or another hit the kidneys.
No, not at all. But all the blood will end up going through there. Okay. Now I think.
Actually, on the pancreas.
Hmm.
Pancreas.
Yeah, I'm trying to find. You have one, or oh no, I'm. Yeah, no, I'm trying to find it now.
I'm just playing with muscles.
What?
I'm just playing with muscles.
Large
What are the
intestine
fat
going
bodies
out to the.
attached to?
Imagine
Okay.
if
What are the fat
Well,
bodies
chef,
attached
no.
to?
Chef
Fat
made
bodies
them.
are
There was chef that made them.
attaching. They're attached towards the
Bam.
to
Jump
the
out of
top
the
of
door.
the kidneys.
Right.
Okay.
Because there's a righteous frog.
The ones
Oh,
from the
gallbladder. Okay, before I forget, gallbladder is going to be this thing right here. Is the gallbladder. Okay, in this one it's very deflated looking. Sometimes they're going to be filled with bile, which is more of a greenish color. Okay. Hopefully not.
Yeah.
Although that might explain why this thing's dead. That or the large amount of latex.